Alright, Zax is here. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, in this particular story, I'll be teaching you how you can easily not create, to steal concept from other people's work and make them yours. So the peradventure, okay, at the first stance, when you giving a project by a client, and the client just tells you, okay, he gave you a design, okay, I like this pattern, use this particular pattern, or you just went online and you sought for inspiration and you saw a particular design that you like. Okay, all right, so now, and you don't know how to create anything using that, you don't know how to create, and you intend to make your own. So for example, if a client just walk up to me and gives me this flyer, so what do I do? That she wants something like this. Now what me I normally do is that normally I'll just change the color of the design. I'll change the color of the design. Both places you can see we're having some shades of this orange or whatever, orange and I think whatever this color is, and green. So I'll just change it to another color, and also change the same, change it, change the color of the green, or change the white, or I can still leave the white, just change these two color. Then I'll now change the placement of the text and the image, the text and the image. I'll take this one and I'll put it here, while I'll move this one to this place. Alright, so that's what I do. I'll just switch the image, I'll switch their position, I'll move this particular one, I'll move it to here, while I'll move this one to here. Then I can as well switch this one. Also, not forgetting, I'll be changing the color. So by so doing, I have owned the design, because it is now my own concept. And whenever I'm even trying to manipulate someone's concept to form mine, I start coming up with my own ideas, unique ways, or whereby I add some element to make the design beautiful and stand out. And now this is where people actually find it difficult, because they try to add their own elements to designs when they don't know how to rightly combine elements to produce good designs, or make the combination of those elements to make the design simple. The design will now look bad and will now look complicated, will look very very complex, and the design will now look very very bad, very very bad. All right, so this is one thing about you sourcing for inspiration. They'll get to a time that at times you want to do some designs, you will not be looking for inspirations again. It's because you've already fed yourself long enough with different kinds of inspirations. All right, so there are some designs that if I want to do now, I don't need inspiration. I'll just go to my screen, just be playing with whatever is there. All right, so let me just get rid of this one. Let me just get rid of this particular guy here, and I'll hide this one. So peradventure, if I'm to work on this design, business growth. All right, so if I'm to work on this design, business growth, now when a client gives this work to me and she says she like the color, that I should make use of this color, the color. So will I do? What do I do? All right, so the next thing, I will either change this element. I have one currently in my mind now which I can use. Probably I can use something that symbolize that represent growth. I can use like a small tree or a small plant that is just growing. Or let me just get, okay, business growth episode. Now if I probably have another image with watering can, I can now maybe put watering can to it, a watering can with water, so it stimulates growth. If the watering can here, when you water a plant, something like that, the thing is actually growing. So I've actually now changed the message of like explain what I'm doing, but this time I will now position it here as well, where I'll move my text and the dates the opposite way, so thereby me owning the design. All right, so okay, and this one, what of this one too? If the clients actually give me this particular design, that she likes this design, that she wants me to recreate this particular design, use this kind of concept for her. So what I will do is, now if you look at this thing, the person actually used a shape, a circle that was actually merged together with a rectangle, a square, to get, you can see this is not completely circle. Now I won't be showing you the science behind this one here, because okay, let me just oh god, I'm fond of doing this anyway. So now let's just put this here and position this somewhere around here, but I have to change this color. Okay, let me just make use of this guy here and this guy here. So if I don't get it, um oh god, now okay here. So edit this guy here, and we have this one here. So I'll just stick with it like this anyway. I don't want to go. So this is what I'm going to do. All right. All right, so I don't want to add, if I can't add my texture to it now. If I go ahead and add texture to it now, it will still be bringing this same yellow color. So what I will do is just come here and change the color. I'll just come here, change the color, just give it probably to the color I intend to use. If this is the color I want to use, I'm good. So I can now come and click on plus, click on shape, then just bring it this way and just come to opacity, reduce it here. Then I'll just come to this one and the layers, and I'll just merge them. Now that it is merged, I can now joyfully put my image that I'm using as for it as a texture. Okay, let me make use of this one. I position this one here, then I'll just leave this one here. Then if this is all right, so I'll just scale to this now. So this is where I want anyway. Now you can see it is now shouldn't now having any other. So this is how the guy actually, I guess he achieved this particular shape. But me, I will now just make use of double circle like this. You know what he did again was like he brought in another shape, but he reduced the opacity of this one, converted it to circle, and he just gave it a stroke of like 6 and changed it to white. So that was actually what he brought to this design. Then you can now just see it. Now look, this was actually something like this he did. So I can choose to use a square instead of a circle, but still I'll still be changing the position. I'll change the position already. I'll change the position, but I'll use a rectangle or a square or something like this. Something like this. This is what I'll use. I'll just position them here. Now I can't be adding stroke using create like the way I did for the circle. It will make sense. It won't be okay. So I'll just use probably a circle or make use of this one. I'll position this one here. Now I will hide this one here. Then my positioning, which is my headline, I'll move it to this opposite place. Positioning, which is the headline, I'll move it to this place. All right. So I'll just swap them. I will just swap them and change the color of the overall design. Maybe I may decide to use green. Now, if you check this one, the client actually the designer added like a ripple effect on this design. That's why you're seeing like something that has to do like nylon on it. But only this design, I may just decide now to add my own feel. Now, change the position of my speakers. I'll put them here. Then this particular one, I'll move it here. Then my topic, the topic, I may put the topic here, and I'll put these dates, the conclusion, I'll put them here. So this is me owning this design. All right. So like then if I'm to do this one for a client now, and the client says she wants something like this, is that if I change the color, or she says she wants this color, I can decide to change the color, change the concept, but make it something like this. I can decide to add my own specific unique background, just create one or go to some designs now. For example, now I can come to this design and steal the way this background is, just the same background, I'll use it, the same background, and I'll just add a different color to it. The same background, but I just change the color. So when the original designer sees it, it's not going to recognize that this was actually his work. Now the same image, I will use the same image, but the color that will be around here, I'll change the color. You can see there's actually still an effect on the image. So I'll just the same background, change the color, and maybe add a different effect, or green or a green or a grungy feel to the background, with even still using the same image. Then if I'm to use probably, no, I know I said I want to use this background from, then I can now gladly chip in all these people into the design. All right, so I can still use this same position. Once I've changed the background, I'll change the color, I'll change the text, so you won't even recognize it again. Or better or another way I can do is I'll just change the arrangement of my text, of my, the speakers. Now I'll just put them here. I may not even put their name the way they are like this. I will not put their name. I'll just put the pictures to be around that side. So I'll just come here, and there's this design I did one time from, okay, this particular one. I'll just put like the way I did this one in a circle, and I put it here, and I now list out the one, number two. I wrote the name of the speakers. All right, so this is practically what I'll do for that design. All right, so so this is what I would do if I'm to recreate this one too. Aside changing the background and give it a different feel, I can now come here. I probably use this one here, use this background, and even though use this ripple effects for this design. I may now decide to change the position of my text, like this text and the picture. I may put them here, career, and I'll just put them here. This one I'll put them here. I'll just swap it, just like I'm swapping the elements, just to make it my own design. When I've swapped it, the design is now mine. All right, so this is how you can actually steal. Okay, there was this design I did recently. You must have seen this design on YouTube by now. So this design I did recently, I stole a concept. All right, so I did this design lately. Seeing the design combined, I have 3 designs I stole concept from them. Number one, okay, it's just a fictional design anyway. You are hungry, just call. Okay, see the text. For this design, all I just did was I just took the text. I didn't take anything again. Just the text, just that headline, the caption there. That's what I took. Then you see this one, I added shadow to it to make it my own. So for this particular one, now look at it. This is where I took the white color from, and also this is my background. This one, but I used something different for my background, a different element for it. And also look at this. Look at the how the number is. And look at the plate is on it, the white, and this the color of the background, the plate, the phone number. Just look at the design and the way they plate it. Now look at the one I did. Also the plates, the color, and also the way I did my phone number. Now this is what I stole from that design. But when you look at this design, when you look at this particular design, those are what I stole from there, but they don't look alike at all. They don't look alike. So this is how stealing may be. Now look at this particular one. This particular one. Now this is what I stole from this design. This was not where I came up with the plates, but this was also having plates. But what I stole from this particular one was just the arrangement of this food. The bringing out, I brought out the food and the name of the food and the price. So this is, but you now see that the way I actually placed them, I didn't put the price at the right. I put the price under, and I choose a black color for it. And when you look at it, then I think the way the food is that I put stroke, I stole down too from another design. Yes, I stole down from another design. But if you look at my design, it's far better than this one. This doesn't look okay. It's far better than this one. So this is a template, but now is look at it now, it's bad. All right, so now this is ways you can steal from designs and own your designs. You can steal from three, you can steal from two, just steal concepts. There are some birthday designs which I've done for some clients, which all I just did was just to go to about 4 or 5 designs, birthday designs, and stole concept from them. For example, the placement of this guy here. No, this one I did this one myself anyway. Now the okay, let's see if I can get any design I did lately that I actually stole a concept from. Now let's look at this one. I actually didn't steal anything from anyone using this one anyway, but this confetti, I've been seeing people using it, that's why I used it. I've been also been seeing people using something like this, using like one reflecting at the back, then one image standing. That's why I made use of it. All right, so this, the way that my text is arranged, is me just trying to maybe be creative in my own unique way. But most times, let's see if I can get another birthday design, but I don't think I can. Okay, let's just assume probably I stole this. Let's assume, but definitely this one, the placement of my date and the birthday wish, I stole that from someone. Now having the name of the celebrant in italics from, I stole it from someone. Now this one, I just thought it best that if I italize the name of the celebrant, I can't italize or make the happy birthday be in a stylish form. Let me just make it a normal sans serif font and just spread it out like this. But this one, I just used it myself. I just used it my own unique way. All right, so this is practically ways you can come up with, you can steal from people and still have your own unique design. Okay, if there's still just recover to save, let me just come to this one. And okay, so this is what we are now having. And okay, all right, let's hide all this and we're good to go. So if I guess I'm just looking for this design now, this particular one. All right, so this one, and so I now want to create a new design. Now look at this particular design, this image rather, this particular image. Let me bring them to the front. Let me bring it to the front. Okay, which other one again? And this other one also to the front. Now what I'm going to steal from this design is this burger, the way it was arranged, this burger, and I'll steal these words and I'll steal this one. The rest will just stay on their own. Now what I will just be doing is I'll just come here and bring in my this chicken. Instead of a burger, I used a chicken. Then look at the background. Instead, I used a different element as my background. This one, a different material as my background, which is actually this material. Which is actually this. My background is this. If you look at it, is this. But it's the blood one. I use the blood one for my background. It's actually this, but I just blurred it. All right, so looking at this, what I am going to steal just this phone number, the way the phone number from this design. That's what I'm just going to steal from this design. Now I'm going to bring, so the only thing I'm just going to do is my chicken. Okay, let's just bring in this chicken. All right, let's just, so then I'll just come here to alignment, then make it center alignment, and I'll change the font. All I just use Poppins through I just use Poppins for this design. Okay, make it this. All right, so I can gladly just increase the size. Now make it this. Then this guy here, I'll just reduce the line spacing. Let's make it 50 or less than 50. All right, we can just reduce the size again. All right, so let's just bring this here, and we can just gladly position this one here. All right, so this is what we're good now. You know, if you check this design originally, the way the burger was placed, and I'm just going to position this one here. Now I'm going to just imagine this one is an invisible text. This is an imaginary speech on burger, on chicken. Maybe it's just something to complement the chicken. I use Poppins regular for it. Poppins regular, and the size is 17. All right, so then I created a shape, a box. I made the box yellow. I moved it to the front. So this is the type of yellow I made use of. It's actually a dull yellow. If you look at it, it's a dull yellow. Then my price was in dollars. All right, so I'll move this one to the front. So you see the price was in dollars. Then I also added some. So okay, call for delivery, but this one was actually bright yellow. No, I didn't make use of this dull one because of contrast, so I made use of a bright yellow. Now I made sure my text and everything were well aligned to this design. All right, so then I brought in my cell number. So which is this. I came to visit, brought in the address, which is this, and to front visit, which is this. Then I just put my handle, social media handle, the social media handle of the client. I position it there. Then I didn't forget to put the brand name. Okay, I put this one to the front here. Now the size was about 20. For this one, the size is 24. This one, the size is 17, and this one was also 17. So let me just give it space from this one. Then also just make sure everything is aligned. All right, now this one is too close to I can just gladly leave this one here. So we are done with this, and you can now save your design. The resource will be in the description of this video. You can just come here and save your design. I won't be saving, I already have the design here, so I'll just be going to Snapseed and just do some editing on it. And okay, come here, click on Snapseed. Then this was the original design. All right, so this is the original design. So I used accentuate. No, I think this was edited already. All right, this was the original. Okay, this accentuate. I clicked on this, then come here, come to view edits, then come to tune image, and reduce the saturation. I'll be reducing saturation. So I'll just be coming. So okay, come to saturation, reduce it. Okay, come to contrast, give it contrast 20, and ambience, give it ambience about 25. Then just take shadows. All right, 20. Now I think I've already edited this particular design before, that's why it's like this. Okay, let me just bring the one I did in pixellab. I think this should be it. So let's come to accentuate. So the same thing we did, come to this view edits, come to tune image. Now we have tuned the image, just wait. All right, so let's come here and edit also. Okay, come here, give it contrast to about 20. Come here, shadows to about 20. Then reduce the saturation. Okay, I think I'll just stick with 5. All right, so click back to curve, then come to details, then edit this, just add a bit of structure to it, then sharpen it a bit. All right, so I will just click on this and click back my curve. Then I'm done with my design. So this was before, this is after. So I can now I can now gladly export my design. So this is it. This is it. Now this one, you see, there's no the name there, but here should be having the name of the social media handle. All right, so that's all for this video. And you see, the designs were kind of different. This chicken was positioned in the chicken was positioned here. So I was just checking between, okay, which one should I go with? Should I go with this one? Or should I go with, should I just arrange my chicken here, or just put my chicken on this particular place? So you can, okay, let me just add a grainy feel to this. Now this is okay, I've added a grain. Now I've added grain field. Now okay, now you can just stick to, I think I'll go with this grain field. All right, so that's all for this video. We'll see in the next one. All right, so